In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove noise from an image, whether it's underexposed or underexposed. And without further ado, let's get started. Right here, I have two scenes right here ready for, noise reduction. Because this shot, I actually shot this very close to sunset, so I'm losing a lot of daylight and this is kind of look a little bit gloomy. And in this scene, this is just purely a night scene and the only light source is a little bit of lights around us. So we're just gonna jump into the color page, and the first thing we're gonna do is give it a color space transform. I shot this on Lumix GH6, so I'm gonna convert it back to Rec.709 and Gamma 2.4. Right out of the bat, you can see this image is very underexposed. So we got our image, convert back to Rec.709. We're gonna hit Shift S to create a node before, and we want to increase the brightness of our image. Let's go with global, HDR, global, and we're gonna raise the exposure up. Right around here. I don't want to clip my highlights. There is a lot of highlights in the reflection of the water. I don't want to clip that, so I'm just keeping it just right before they clip. So let's just go up a little bit more. Right now we got our image, brighten it up, and when we zoom in, we're gonna see a lot of noise in her face, in her dress, and also all around her. There are two ways that we can give a noise reduction to our image. We're gonna hit Shift S. We want to reduce the noise right before we do any editing to our image, so the first node should always be the noise reduction. First node, go to the motion effects, temporal noise reduction. Let's give it frame 1. Now this is the first way that you can do your noise reduction, and sometimes you're in a hurry, you don't really have time to tweak and find out what's the best settings for your noise reduction. We can just use these no-brainer settings. Temporal noise reduction, frame 1, and then Luma, we can just set this to 5, and then spatial noise reduction, we can just set this to 5. Right out of the bat, you can see everything has been smoothened out and the noise is also gone, but it also take a toll at our image. So right now you can see our face is a little bit too smoothened out. We can Ctrl D to see before and after. There's a very huge difference, but of course when we zoom out you won't see much of a difference actually. But if you want to nitpick, after our noise reduction, let's go back to our last node and we're gonna create a new node actually. Add node, add serial node, and our final node right here. I'm gonna go back here to blur and add the radius. We're gonna lower down the radius just a little bit to bring back the sharpness of our image. Right now it's 0.50. We can try to go 0.48. 0.48, normally 0.01 to 5 is enough. And let's say 0.48. You can see we actually brought back a little bit of detail in her face. We can actually go down a little bit more, 0.47. 0.47 is actually okay, but it is starting to introduce a little bit of bendings and also noises back into our image. Right now we're zoomed in at 556%, so it is not very obvious if we zoom all the way out. And it is also a good thing that after our noise reduction, we can give it a little bit of sharpness to bring back our sharpness into our footage. Oh, this looks pretty good actually. Now the second way, let's go to our second scene. We shot this at night, exterior, and basically have no light source, and the only light source is like is coming in from the shops. So we're gonna convert it back to Rec.709. You can see right here, it is very underexposed. So we're gonna create a node before again. We're gonna go back to HDR and we're gonna bump the brightness back up to where it looks pretty decent or normal to our lighting, to our eyes. We can just kind of eyeball it to where the brightness should be. And then we can zoom in and we can see that there's a little bit of noise in our image. So we want to reduce the noise. Let's create another node before, hit Shift S, and then right here we can go to motion effects, and right here at mode there's a faster, just hit the drop down menu. We can use AI Ultra Noise Reduction, which it comes pretty handy actually. And we're gonna select it and we're gonna hit analyze, and then you can see right here there's a pop-up. They have already generated the best settings for our noise reduction. So we can zoom it back out, and then we can see that this is where the AI Ultra Noise Reduction analyze. We can actually change these settings. We can like increase the size just a little bit, and then we can drag and put this at somewhere you think that the noise occur most. Normally at the darkest part of the image, which is her shirt, we can just drag and drop it over here, and then you can see the value right here. It updates itself, and that is about it. We're done. The second one is kind of sounds like a no-brainer, but it actually requires a lot more processing power when exporting. Just to show you an example, you can go back to our edit page. We can see the difference of the playback frame rate. Let's go to the first one. Let's go to playback. We can play back normally, no problem. But the second one, we're actually at 19, 24. You can see pretty obviously the image, like the visual right here is kind of jittery. It's not really playing back at 24 frames per second. And right here at the first scene, it also kind of need a buffer a little bit. So it's gonna start with red and then it goes green when the buffer kicks in. And of course, for the second scene, we can also use the normal way, which is, let's change the mode back to faster. Let's go to frame 1, and then we just zoom in to our subject, maybe their faces. Let me find. So right here at the fan, we can actually see there's a little bit of chroma noise on the fan. And then what we can do manually is that temporal noise, we can set it to 5. Okay, 5 it works pretty good already. And the luma, we can just click and slide it back and forth to find the sweet spot. We can hold down Alt to fine tune our adjustment. So right here is pretty good, 3.8, and we can also fine tune our temporal threshold. We can go extreme for a while to just to see what effects does it do. Right here looks pretty good. Right at 5 looks pretty good, and 3.8 looks pretty good. And let's zoom out to their faces, and we can hit Ctrl D to see the before and after. And yeah, for sure it made a huge difference. And after that, we can go back to our last node, and we can introduce a little bit of sharpness back into our footage. Let's try 0.47. Let's zoom back in her face. I can Ctrl D to see before and after. Oh yeah, for sure we brought some sharpness back into our image. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like and also consider subscribing for more Davinci Resolve tutorial. I'll be posting video every week, and if you have any question, just leave it down in the comment box down below and tell me what would you like to see for on the next video. So yeah guys, I hope you guys have a nice one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.